Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We're here in Majula, and today we are going to be walking the long trek up to Drangelic Castle, where we hope to meet with King Vendrick, he who looked into the essence of the soul. But before we do that, I want to talk with Shalquar, because she has some new dialogue. Why didn't I show it off in the last episode? Because I forgot. Yeah. But this will give you a quick refresher on some of the stuff that we did in the last half of this series.
Well, you've grown quite a bit, haven't you? Your scent is lovelier than it's ever been. Why not trot along to the castle and meet the king? Long ago, he smelled just like you. Not so much anymore, though. He's quite rancid by now. But we cats love that. It's an acquired taste.
So, little bit to unpack there. She can tell that we have gotten a lot stronger now that we have the 4 great souls and have leveled up a lot. She can smell that powerful soul scent on us. And she remarks that King Vendrick once had that scent. He was once that powerful, but now, not so much. He's gone rancid. So much of what we've heard about Vendrick so far has been his great deeds, his huge castle, his war against the giants. But he's not the same anymore. Anyway, she also has a little bit of flavor text about each of the 4 great ones that we just fought.
Once, people tried to round up the undead and hide them away from the world. They thought that imprisoning the undead would solve the problem. They created a towering bastille to contain them, but in the end, it did no good. The lost sinner lives deep within the bastille. The fool, trying to light the first flame.
So there's a direct reference to the first flame. Apparently that was the lost sinner's sin, which is not mentioned anywhere else in the game. Only Shalquar knows that knowledge. Why was trying to light the first flame considered a sin? I can think of 2 possible explanations, and maybe I'm just unimaginative. One, maybe that was something beyond her station. Maybe she tried to do it without going through all the requisite paperwork and steps and defeating the 4 bosses or whatever, and that was a problem. Or she wasn't supposed to light it at all. That some powerful figure, some being, decreed that the flame should not be lit. Now, who? Probably Vendrick. Why? Unclear.
Why do people try so hard to be beautiful? We cats are born beautiful, of course. The human ego. How many ugly iron castles has it erected? And they don't even see the folly of their ways. But that's what makes watching humankind so delightful. It reminds me of someone who lived long ago. A vainglorious liar who ended up hurling himself into the flames. Now he's Icarus Earth, if I'm not mistaken.
So, Shalquar talks about these old ones as if she knew them. Not that she knows of them, or, well, maybe she didn't know them personally, but she was certainly around back in the heyday of when the old Iron King wasn't so old, and when the sinner committed the sin. Shalquar's old, yo.
You've seen that gaping hole here? Well, there's nasty little vermin down there. Although who you seek is even further below. And has been down there for a very, very long time. He's plumb rotten by now, I'm sure.
So, that line kind of indicates to me that this dialogue was supposed to be accessible earlier. Seems to indicate to me that, she talks about the rotten as if that's the one we are seeking, the one we are looking for, present tense, rather than someone we defeated already, and found already, and beat already. I think this dialogue was supposed to play while we were still searching for the Great Souls.
Men develop the most peculiar fascinations. Sometimes their fascinations seem to take control. Till there's very little man left. Oh, it's like that awful traitor long ago. He coveted what he did not have, and it drove him mad. What a curious conundrum. The writhing ruin keeps searching as we speak. Searching for its heart's desire.
So there's more about the writhing ruin, which I'm still not entirely sure what it is. The way she frames it there, I sort of get the sense that it's this, not quite being that moves from person to person and instills this ravenous want in them, this desire to have. But I don't really know. There's also just a quick interesting note that she refers to the Duke as a traitor. And is that a traitor to Vendrick, I wonder? Did he, value his own possessions and spiders more than he valued his loyalty to Vendrick and therefore was considered a traitor? I don't know. That's the best idea I got. Anyway, one other thing that Shalquar has. Once you defeat the Royal Rat Authority and Royal Rat Vanguard, the Flying Feline Boots will become available. They basically act the same as the Silver Cat Ring. I don't know if they are as effective. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. I never use them because they're kind of garish. They do not look good. But if you consider your pants less valuable than a ring slot, there's an option for you if you intend to jump off a bunch of cliffs. I don't. Anywho, before we head off to Drangelic Castle, there is one very, very quick thing I want to do. Real quick, it won't take long. I want to mess with my inventory. I want to place the ring there, get my item drop ring back on, and I kind of want to put on these leggings of Auroras. I think the red really goes with the rest of my outfit, and the metal aspects go with the metal accents on my top. This is shiny metal, and I got rusted metal up top, but I still think it works. I think it balances well. Unfortunately, it is a little heavy, so I'm gonna take off my crossbow for the time being. But that's all that's left for me to accomplish before I head up to Drangelic Castle. And the way that we get there, it's not directly from Majula. Rather, it is from the Ruined Fork Road. Alright, so you may remember that here at the Ruined Fork Road we had a choice of 3 paths, 2 of which at the time did not lead anywhere. That one led to progress. This one led to a gate that wanted us to produce the symbol of the king, which we cannot open right now. And then this one led to the Shrine of Winter. But the door was closed, and it didn't really tell us anything about how to open it. Well, now we can open it. Now that we have fulfilled certain qualifications, fulfilled certain expectations that the game doesn't super clearly explain, as far as I'm aware, but whatever. Anyway, I'm running past the enemies here because I don't really want to deal with them. There we go. So this building here, you'll remember that there is a closed door. Well, there are two ways to open it. First is the way that I have done, and that most people have probably done, is to collect the 4 Great Souls. Defeat the 4 old ones, and, then move on to the castle. That's kind of the intended method. But there is a backup in case you're just really struggling against one of the bosses or on one of the paths. If your soul memory goes over 1 million, then the door will open as well. And this is, if I haven't explained it before, it's a record of how many souls total you have obtained, regardless of what you do with them, whether you spend them on levels or on items or lose them. All those souls go into this number. And if it tops 1 million, these doors will open. And I think speedrunners actually do that. They fight the rotten 4 times to get over 1 million, and they just come here. But most of the time, you're probably gonna get the 4 Great Souls. Also, another one of these kind of snake fountain altar things. We saw one after the old Iron King. We saw one after the Rotten, and we see one here. We'll get to them later. They are not my priority right now. Anyway, we still got a little bit more Shaded Woods action left before we get to the castle. Nothing super involving, but a couple items, a couple enemies, just to make the transition a little bit smoother, I guess. You'll recall that in the Shaded Woods we had those falconers. We also have these kind of spectral warrior people. I don't really know what's up with them, but we got a couple more of them. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to stun lock this guy as well. Well, I took some damage, but it'll work. Reminder that you can't lock onto those guys, which makes them a fair bit more annoying. Now, this is another location that people will note is kind of timey-wimey, spacey-wacy. Note the appearance of the sky. There's sun, there's light. It's cloudy, yeah, but there's definitely light. Now, as we travel through this dark corridor and come out the other side, you will notice, well, 1, it's raining. 2, it's nighttime now. There's still that very bright light over there. Maybe it's just a really heavy rainstorm, I don't know, but things have changed, definitely. And people mention, I think, that the distance to the castle doesn't make geographical sense from one side of this tunnel to the other. I don't really notice, but I'll believe them. I don't particularly care. Besides, this makes for a very ominous and cool run-up to the castle. Yeah, there's a third one, by the way. Oh, you guys got a leash, huh? Watch out for the lightning bolts. Alright, let's grab this guy. Whoop. I said watch out for the lightning bolts. Come on. She's not listening to me. There we go. Alright. Cool set piece coming up in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Drangelic Castle. It's ominous. It's very cool. Anyway, be on your toes. You might be distracted by that set piece and miss the fact that there is a crystal lizard over there. Crystal lizard. Can I get it? You know I'm terrible at getting crystal lizards. Ah! Oh no. Come on. Ah, so close. Oh well. For whatever reason, I was having trouble running. But, anyway. Here's the castle, and here's the Emerald Herald. What are you doing in this neck of the woods?
This castle is isolated. But nonetheless, you must forge on. To bring an end to your journey and mine.
I like that little tidbit about putting an end to her journey as well. Because she does have a stake in all this. You know, she is tasked with helping us to become the true monarch. This is, in part, her burden to bear. It's a nice little subtle nod to that fact. She's still not, like, super expressive. She doesn't exposit about her life's problems, but she's willing to let us slip a little bit. But, up ahead, we have Drangelic Castle, where we will hope to meet the King Vendrick and put an end to our quest. It's going to be a bit more complicated than that, but let's save that for the next episode. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.